Why can I hold my finger here, but not here? Easy, right? Heat rises. So why is the hottest blue part of the flame at the bottom? Why does the wax melt, but not the wick? Now what's a wick for anyway? Why can't you light a crayon on fire, or a stick of butter? Why is it that if I blow on these candles, they'll go out, but you blow on a campfire to get it started? Why doesn't my landlord allow candles inside the house? These and other mysteries of candles may be at the top of my mind right now, but my interest in understanding the inner workings of the natural world goes way, way back.
My journey as a scientist began when my parents surrounded me with Magic School Bus books and woke me up early on weekend mornings to watch Mr. Wizard and Bill Nye the Science Guy. But my science prowess really hit its stride when I took AP Physics. The idea that the natural world could be broken down and explained through math and formulas completely changed the way I looked at everyday life. In 9th grade, I bought my first telescope and fell in love with the night sky and our local cosmic neighbors. In 10th grade, I joined the Science Bowl team and made science a full-time obsession. After 11th grade, I started working at a summer camp teaching nature and astronomy, and by the end of high school, I had decided to study aerospace engineering at the University of Michigan in order to have a first-hand role in the space program. But I soon found out that the life of an engineer was mostly spent staring at computer screens in a cubicle, and that I found much more fulfillment in my role as a science educator. After graduating with degrees in biology and physics, I took a summer job teaching outdoor education in Yosemite National Park. Perhaps unsurprisingly, this summer job wound up lasting for 5 years. In Yosemite, I came to appreciate the value of hands-on learning, where the students see the phenomenon directly in front of them instead of on a page in a book. I saw the power of student-driven inquiry. What effect does fire have on a forest? What's the best way to form a snowball? Which shape rock will skip the farthest? Getting students to ask and answer their own questions was a surefire way to get them interested in the scientific process. Working in Yosemite also taught me the importance of social and emotional learning, made me keenly aware of risk management, and taught me valuable skills like wilderness medicine and upside-down drawing. But outdoor education was always meant to be a jumping-off point to a career as a classroom teacher. So last year, I enrolled at Antioch University in New Hampshire, beginning a master's program in environmental studies and earning my teaching certificate in high school life sciences. I was interested in taking the lessons I had learned as an outdoor educator and figuring out how to bring them into a public school classroom. I knew I had a lot to learn. 3 semesters of coursework in progressive educational best practices, adolescent development, and curriculum design gave me a solid theoretical foundation, and weekly guest lectures at local middle and high schools let me get my feet wet in the classroom. Now, I'm wrapping up my internship as a full-time 10th grade biology teacher. Each week, I get better at balancing lectures with hands-on interactive activities, centering my daily lessons on an essential question or challenge to be solved. Can you solve the magic cylinder? For me, one of the most enjoyable parts of science is seeing it show up in unexpected places, and I want to pass that appreciation on to my students. So whether they're budding artists, athletes, or musicians, my students will know that their teacher can speak their language, even if they're not yet fluent in the language of science. Well, it's been a pleasure getting to know New England and living here for 2 years. But I need some bigger mountains in my life. So I'm coming back out west to teach. Look forward to working with you and your students. Thanks for watching.
Skinner's spazzing out!
I'm not spazzing out. I'm using the principle of conservation of angular momentum to turn the container.
Oh.
That is so cool. That's the kind of stuff they should teach in school.
We do teach it in school. You're too busy eating sugar snacks and horsing around.
He's right. Learning can teach you things. Education rules.